So do you any idea why we do the budgets?
To keep controlling expenses.
Yeah, but how? Do you always follow the budget?
Not really.
Not
Not really, right? If you set up a budget, let's say even for your household, you said $200 I'm gonna spend this month, and next day there is a new Armani T-shirt coming in for $300. Will you say that yeah, actually my budget is already over? Don't buy this month, maybe next month. By the time sale is gone, so what will you do? You will buy, right? Even though it's over budget, you still buy. So budget is actually not for expense controlling. It is not for controlling. That's the normal misconception. Budget is for scaring you off. Normally your finance department will say we don't have budget for this month, do it next month, correct? Or you want to just say the people that you don't really have a budget for doing. But budgets are not meant for controls. Budgets are meant for planning. Okay, the budgets and forecast is both are practically the same thing. So you make a budget for one full year, right? So what is the difference between budget and forecasting? Budget is made for one full year. Then what are you going to do is, once you do the start of the year, you realize that whatever you budgeted is not going to happen anymore, because the situations have changed, because your plans have changed, because there was something sudden increase. So you adjust your future months. That is called forecasting. To try to see what gonna happen in the near future. So forecasting is normally near term, like a 3 months to 6 months period. Budget can run for year to 5 years. So you may see a 5-year financial plan, 5-year budget plan, or you can see but you will not see 5-year forecast. It's always the budget. Budget is more for, as you said, for controlling purposes and planning purposes. Forecast is to understand what's going to happen in the near term, correct? So Benjamin Franklin said, if you don't plan, means then you plan to fail. You still do the plan, right? So the budget serves actually as a guideline to plan your marketing and operational activities. So how do we do that? We set up the budget. When we set up the budget, what is the budget? How do we set up the budget? What do we do in the budget?
Predict the things that will happen and write it down.
Not actually predict. You actually plan what you are going to do. There is a difference. There is a difference between planning and predicting. Predicting is just, okay, the river is flowing, you just think, okay, the river will flow maybe up to here. But planning means you want to actually see how you want to go, how you want to flow it. So you can think of a sale that, okay, we may predict that we will be, if let's say you are doing a sale of any, let's say garments, you are selling garment, right? So you can predict our sale is this month is 100,000. Next month maybe 5% increase, 105,000. That is predicting. But if you say we want to achieve 150,000 next year, so what do? We may launch a new product, we may open a new store, we may want to do a new service, we may have to hire new salespeople, we may want to do the price increase, or we may want to do a new design. So what exactly we need to do if we want to reach to 150,000 units next year? So that is called budgeting. That is called planning. So planning means we will plan and say, okay, what we are going to do, how we are going to market, how we are going to operate to reach a certain target. So you need to have a target in your mind, what exactly you want to achieve, correct? If you want to say we by 2020 or 2025, we want to be a $10 million company. So now you have a target in your mind. So you will translate this target into budget. What you will do in first year, what you will do in second year, third year, until 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. How exactly you will reach to the budget. So how exactly you will reach to your target. So that is called budgeting. Okay. So budgeting is more serve as your guideline, what you should be doing and how you should be doing. Budgeting is not predicting, not for controlling purpose. Okay. And then it communicates your goal to all the management team. So how will you communicate the goal to every single body? You need to write down your goal, you need to write down your strategy, you need to write down your action plan and communicate them properly to your team. What are the assumptions that you are making? Correct? So budgets actually help to communicate your action plan or your strategy to all the peoples who are involved in your team. What sales and marketing guy need to do, what operational peoples need to do, what kind of products we are going to launch, how we will launch, when we will do it. So all of these things are involved in the budget. So budget is not only a financial number where you just draw a profit and loss statement for next 5 months and then okay, done. This is our budget. This is not actually a budget. Okay? And then it helps to identify your strength and your weaknesses. So how the budget helps you understand your strength and weaknesses? Budgeting is like planning, right? So how it will help to fix your how it will help to identify your strength. When you are doing marketing, when you are comparing the products and services, you do a competition analysis to see what we are going to do, what is our strength, how to capitalize on our strength, and what are the weaknesses that in our company we have. We may want to fix those. So budgeting process will definitely involve a lot of planning. So it's not like financial controller's job or CFO job to do the budget. Who is responsible for budget? Board of director or CEO or CFO or all the operating peoples. So this is how it works in my experience. Normally the board of directors probably or the owners or the founders will lay out the strategy or a vision that this is our vision for next 5 months, right? Then the CEO or whoever is the in charge for doing the planning will lay out a business plan for next 5 months, for next 5 years. And so how are you going to do that? He cannot do it by himself. He needs HR inputs on the manning. He needs marketing inputs, he needs operational inputs, he needs financial inputs to see what we can do. So the first thing is we lay out a broad strategy or broad vision. It can come from the founders, can come from the CEOs, and that is communicated to all the partners. So you may have a COO, you may have a marketing guy, you may have operation guy, you may have a HR guy. If you don't have, maybe because maybe it's a small startup, maybe the CEO is doing everything, but you still need to think from the different perspective, all the angles. Okay, and then all of these peoples will see what is our strength, what we can do the best, and what we may need to improve, and how we are going to fix it. You may want to invest new property, so this is also to see where we're gonna invest, when and where, and how much. Okay. So, and it also helps to firmly back your financial plans. So financial plans are all the business plans because you have all the details. The budgeting is not only for finance, is also for operating activities, for marketing activities, HR activities, customer innovations, what we exactly the business will be doing as a overall. Because you see, business is like a car. You know, the engine, there is a 2 tires in the front, 2 tires in the back, there is a brake. If all of these work in sync, then only car can grow faster, right? If the one tire is going this side, one tire go that side, then the car will go somewhere or not? Nowhere, right? So if HR function will go to try to hire lot of peoples, what will happen? The finance budget will go out. If they don't hire quality people, then the marketing activities will go weak. There is no innovation. So all of these activities need to be in sync. Correct? And all of these activities need to evolve around one particular goal. That one particular goal will drive everybody in the same direction. And then also conduct your self-valuations. So you may need to do your own valuation of your own startup. You need to know your own value, right? Before you go out to the investors, before you go out to any potential buyer, you need to know what is your worth. If you have money or if you conduct the business as you want to do. So the budgeting will help you to understand how much we can grow in the future. Valuations work based on the future outcomes, your future ability to generate income. That is the most basic concept of value. If you want to invest in anything, you want to see what is the return, what you will get back after you have put the money inside the business, right? If you are investing in any stock, you want to see what will be the dividends. You want to invest in any startup, you want to see how much this value will be after 5 years at the time when I exit. So people invest money for future returns, correct? Not for past returns, for what is the future. So business plan will help to understand what is realistically we can make. So budgets need to be realistic. You cannot just do a daydreaming that we want to do 20 times growth in 5 years. How you are going to do that? The budget will lay out all the activities, what you are going to do aesthetically, and is it feasible to reach there or not. Okay, so budget needs to be realistic. So